What up, everybody? Welcome back to Scrap Talk. So, late to the party as always. Have you guys ever heard of the Realize Recognize podcast? Yeah, I think that's Kevin Holland's podcast. Like, there's a couple other people on it, and it's actually really awesome. Shout out to Realize Recognize podcast and the beautiful people over there. Holler at your boy. They have no idea who I am, but yeah, they got a good thing going on. I'll post a link in the description. But the thing about it, I stumbled onto that. I was looking around for stuff about the main event this weekend. I was going to do it tomorrow, but I found this cool thing, man. This podcast, they have Kevin Holland and none other than Stephen Wonderboy Thompson himself on the show, hanging out, chopping it up like old buddies, just kicking back. You know what I mean? It was really cool because it wasn't like staged or set up like we're going to fake fight or whatever. They were talking about life. Like, how's your dad? Well, how's your dad? I want to meet your dad. All that. And it was very cool. It was very like real. It was wholesome. And I thought it was really cool because, there's a couple of little light jabs back and forth, but they were just having a good time. And yeah, we got to go fight. We got to get this money, but they're probably going to go fight, put on a great show, put on a great fight, and then afterwards hang out some more. It was cool. And I think a couple things about that. Number one, that speaks to who Wonder Boy is. You know the UFC, then you know Wonder Boy is a gentleman and a nice guy. Now, a lot of people, people have gone on record saying that that's a front. I'm not going to get into that or say who Dominic Cruz ever said that. But, anyways, he's a nice dude and he's always respectful in and out of the cage. So there's him. And then you got Kevin Holland, I'm sorry, who we're all still, we know who this guy is, but we're still learning who this guy is, I feel like. And I think that's really cool. Now, I don't think that he deserves the Nice Guy of the Year award, but he's coming off as a very down to earth fighter. You know what I mean? When he was talking about on this episode that I'm referring to, how you talk about how he got jumped by Wakanda, and he's like giving little clues and hints as to what went down, but he's not. He's a funny dude. Both of these guys, I wanted to be in the studio. I wanted to hang out. You know what I'm saying? It was that kind of vibe. So shout out to Realize Recognize Podcast. Shout out to Kevin Holland and shout out to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Having said that, they still gotta go and sort some things out this weekend, right? So who's gonna win? Kevin Holland. He came in hot. He's been up and down. He's had his little rough skids and his little winning streaks too in a short amount of time. One of the winning streaks ended with a really big exclamation point because he took out Jacare, the legend himself, Jacare Souza. And it was wild how he did it. Like that, I will never forget that fight. It was crazy. And if you can look it up, I'm not going to get into it. It's worth looking up if you don't know. But then he went into another little skid, and I got to be honest, that skid had a lot to do with wrestling and grappling and lack thereof. I mean, it's on record. Kevin Holland, it's well known. He's not big into wrestling. He's not big into learning how to wrestle. And it's been a really big thorn in his side. And it caused another little skid. And then that skid ended with huge exclamation point because he gets beat by Khamzat Chimaev damn near on purpose. Again, look it up. It's a story. But we all knew how that was going to go. I hope the bag was lovely. But yeah, he gets beat by Khamzat, decides he's going to retire, trolls everybody, and now he's coming back and he's got the fight with Wonder Boy. That's awesome. I think that promises to be a really great fight. These are two guys who do not like to wrestle, who really aren't that great at wrestling, and whose stand-up game is really just a pleasure to watch. I mean, I'll be honest. So you switch that over to Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who since 2000 and 12 has won way more than he's lost. Okay, and I mean, it's a situation where Wonderboy, a lot of people are saying he's the old guy now, and he's not going to be able to move like he used to. His gas tank's going to be different. All that could be true, but Wonderboy is hard to catch. Wonderboy is hard to track down in the cage, and Wonderboy will kick you in your head, and you'll go to sleep. Okay, so I really do feel like, as far as who's got this one, I'm gonna go with the old guy. I'm gonna go with Wonder Boy. I'm gonna say he's gonna kick Kevin Holland in the face, He's a little trickier than Kevin Holland. I think the IQ is gonna, edge it out. That's my guess, but I could be wrong because this is Kevin Holland. And Kevin Holland is a bad, bad boy. And he's got, what, 81-inch reach to Wonder Boy's like 75 or something like that. And, both lanky dudes, both lean dudes. But Kevin Holland can catch him in a tricky little submission here and there. So who knows, man? We'll see. Because he's also got that. Kevin Holland, hands and feet, crispy, man. So I think it's going to be a great fight. I think these are two great fighters. I think that was really cool to see. I'm going to say it one more time. Shout out Realize Recognize Podcast because that was some sick content. I'm not a hater. We're not haters over here at Scrap Talk. I love the genre. I love the sport. And I love blogging on it. I love everybody who does blog on it. Not everybody. Most of every. We'll talk about that sometime too. But for now, we're out of here. Y'all, I'm Johnny. This is Scrap Talk. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I hope you still trained. I did. All right, y'all be cool. Peace.